Hi YouTube, my name's Shane. Welcome to Leaving Hollywood. Today's my second video, day 2 of the Exodus, the Great Migration from California, Southern California up to North Idaho. We bought our property up there 3 years ago during the pandemic. We didn't like the way we were being treated down in California. We didn't like what it did to our business. And we didn't like the idea of being in a city, county, region that had 28 million people fighting over toilet paper and water, and the government telling us what we could and couldn't do. So as far as the resident situation, we decided to get the land we'd always dreamed of, buy an old house that needed some fixing up, and the original intention was that we would live in North Idaho and I would fly in and run our business of 25 years on a monthly, weekly basis and sort of pop back and forth. But with the duration of the pandemic taking what it did to end, and then coming out of that, seeing a slight uptick in business only to be met with a writer's strike and an actor's strike, we looked at our savings, we looked at our finances, we decided we couldn't risk another dollar trying to keep our business open. It had an $80,000 a month overhead, and much of the money that we'd saved up for the last 20 years literally evaporated. So we took what money we could for the facility and for some of the high-end equipment and decided to get out of Dodge, and we're going to make an attempt at building something up on our ranch. Art, fabrication, perhaps I'll do some contracting within the industry. I still love working in entertainment. I just don't like what's happened within entertainment. The wokeism, the unpredictable a workflow. Are they going to shut us down for the next, sickness? Who's going to strike next? And, speaking of strikes and the writer's strike and the actor's strike, part of the reason I didn't want to wait out the writer's strike and actor's strike and invest any more money in it is there are already rumors swirling around that the crafts unions and the Teamster unions are going to be going on strike next year. And we'd lost so much money, I wasn't going to risk any more of our, life savings to hang out in an industry that, in my opinion, was already beginning to tear apart the fabric of America as far as its moral fabric. So this is it. This is day 2. I am somewhere in Idaho near Twin Falls. We got hit with some pretty cold weather. Apparently it was supposed to snow a little. That seems like more than a little to me. I pulled over, camped out in a rest stop all night, attempted to drive today, but I am not used to driving in snow and these whiteout conditions and the ice, and so I figured play it safe, pull over, wait it out a bit. The weather's warming up. I've been on the road since 7:30 this morning. It's 11:30 now. I've only gone 180 miles. And I'm just sort of sitting here enjoying coffee, and I thought it'd be a good time to hop on here and put my second video out there. Oh man, we got a lot to do when we get home, but I'm beginning to see here like this winter stuff is gonna really limit a lot of what I can do. It is so cold. I went out to put some windshield washer fluid into the reservoir, and it was like, oh, I couldn't wait just to get back in the van. So I'm going to have to sort of acclimate to the weather and see really what I'm willing to do with building up the shop this winter. I'm not seeing that a lot's going to get done. It gets a lot colder than this up where we live. Last year we had a couple weeks where we were seeing temperatures dip into the -15 to -20, and it's paralyzing, and it seems like that's weather that could kill you. So this coming spring is when we're really going to hit it hard and heavy. But I do think when I get up to the ranch, one of the things I'm going to do down in the basement is set up my 3D printers, some of my recording and editing equipment, as well as bring in a couple of our lasers and see what sort of things I can start making down there and what sort of business model or business ideas I can come up with. Maybe I sell on Etsy. Maybe I sell back to my friends down in Hollywood working on movie sets and game shows and stuff. We'll see, and I'm going to invite you guys to come along for the ride. This is going to be quite an adventure. I'm anxious about this, but my confidence is pretty high, being that I've been self-employed since basically 19 years old. There was a couple times in there that I did have a job. I'll share about that one day. But for the most part, I've been an entrepreneur, and I've always been able to keep a roof over our head, food on the table, and a couple coins jingling in the pocket. So, you know, onward and upward. The weather seems to be warming up. I'm looking out there on the 15, things are moving. It's a slow crawl because, you know, the plows are out and just, it's sloshy, icy, muddy, and still snowing. But I do want to get home, and I've got about 600 miles to go. So I'll hopefully see you guys one more time and do another vlog. I think I'm gonna stay on the road an extra day. I'm just gonna take it nice and slow, get to a place where it's got a nice big truck stop with coffee. That's all I really care about. Restock the fridge, and I'll probably camp out one more night and check back in with you guys. Thanks to everybody who's checking out the channel. If you're interested in seeing where a veteran of Hollywood after 30 years takes their career, well, follow along, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you know, I'll share my life with you guys. Thanks for checking out the channel.